Learn English through stories. Intermediate English. Treasure Island. On a stormy coast, a mysterious sea chest hides a deadly secret. A young boy, Jim Hawkins, is thrust into a world of ruthless pirates, mutiny, and buried gold. Danger stalks him at every turn, led by the cunning Long John Silver. Learn English through this thrilling classic as you listen and read along. The Old Sea Captain. My name is Jim Hawkins, and my story begins at the Admiral Benbow Inn. One day, a crusty old sea captain with a mysterious sea chest came to stay. He was always watching the horizon, as if he was afraid of someone finding him. He paid me a small coin to keep an eye out for a one-legged sailor. The Hidden Sea Chest. After the old captain's sudden death, my mother and I bravely opened his sea chest. Among the coins and trinkets, we found a strange, oiled skin packet. We feared the one-legged sailor might come searching, so we fled with what we had found. The treasure map. I took the strange oilskin packet to our local physician, Dr. Livesey, and the wealthy Squire Trelawney. Inside, we discovered a detailed map of an island. Marked with a big red X were the words, "Bulk of treasure here." It was a map to the legendary Captain Flint's buried gold. A grand adventure was about to begin. The Hispaniola voyage. The squire immediately began preparations for a voyage. He traveled to Bristol and purchased a fine, sturdy ship called the Hispaniola. He also hired a crew, including a brave man named Captain Smollett, to lead us. Our quest for the treasure was becoming real, and my heart pounded with excitement for the journey ahead. Long John Silver appears. The squire also hired a one-legged sea cook named Long John Silver to run the galley. He was kind and nice, with a parrot named Captain Flint that squawked "Pieces of 8" from his shoulder. Though the old captain had once warned me about a one-legged sailor, I trusted Silver and felt lucky to have him on our side. Setting sail. With a full crew and a fair wind, we set sail for the mysterious Treasure Island. The sea air was fresh, and the ship cut through the waves. Captain Smollett was a strict but fair leader, though he seemed worried about the crew the squire had hired. For now, though, the journey was a thrilling adventure. The Apple Barrel Secret. One night, I climbed into a nearly empty apple barrel to grab a snack. From my hiding spot, I overheard a shocking conversation. It was Long John Silver. He was telling other crew members that he had sailed with the fearsome Captain Flint, and that most of our crew were his old pirate mates. They planned to steal the treasure. Warning the captain. My heart hammered in my chest. As soon as it was safe, I scrambled out of the barrel and rushed to find my friends. In the captain's cabin, I told Captain Smollett, Dr. Livesey, and the squire everything I had heard. They were shocked. We were trapped on a ship with pirates who wanted the treasure for themselves. Landfall at Treasure Island. When we finally sighted land, the pirates grew restless. Captain Smollett cleverly allowed many of them to go ashore, giving us a chance to make our own plan. The island looked beautiful, with tall trees and sandy beaches, but I knew it held great danger. Our real challenge was just beginning. Silver's true nature. Filled with a mix of fear and excitement, I secretly snuck into one of the pirates' shore boats. Hidden in the trees, I watched in horror as Long John Silver argued with a sailor who refused to join the mutiny. Silver's charming smile was gone, replaced by a pirate's fury. I knew then that he was truly dangerous. Meeting Ben Gunn. Terrified, I ran deep into the island's woods. Suddenly, a wild-looking man dressed in tattered goatskins leaped out from behind a tree. He told me his name was Ben Gunn, and that he'd been marooned on the island for 3 long years. He had been one of Flint's crew and knew all about the treasure. The stockade defense. Meanwhile, Dr. Livesey and the others had found an old stockade, a sturdy wooden fort on the island. They loaded it with supplies and weapons from the ship, preparing for a fight. It was our only safe place against Silver and his band of pirates. They raised the Union Jack flag in defiance. Battle at the fort. Just as we'd feared, the pirates attacked the stockade. The battle was fierce, with loud noises and smoke filling the air. We were outnumbered, but we fought bravely to defend our fort and our lives. Captain Smollett was a brilliant leader, directing our defense and keeping our spirits high despite the danger. Jim's secret mission. During a lull in the fighting, I had a secret plan. I felt I had to do something to help. Under the cover of darkness, I slipped away from the stockade. My mission was to find the Hispaniola, which was guarded by only a few pirates, and set it adrift so they couldn't escape the island. Ben Gunn's coracle. I remembered Ben Gunn telling me about a small homemade boat he had hidden. I found the little coracle. It was clumsy and hard to steer, but it floated. Gripping the paddle, I made my way out into the bay under the moonlight. heading silently toward the dark shape of our ship, the Hispaniola. Cutting the anchor rope. Reaching the ship, I clung to the anchor rope. With my knife, I began to saw at the thick, taut rope. It was hard work, and the waves tossed my tiny boat around. Finally, with a loud snap, the rope broke. The Hispaniola was free, drifting away on the tide. Aboard the Hispaniola, I managed to climb aboard the drifting ship. Only one pirate was left. He was badly injured, but still dangerous. He tricked me into helping him steer the ship towards a beach, but I knew he planned to betray me. We were on a collision course, both for the shore and for a final confrontation. Outsmarting the pirate. Just as he lunged at me, the ship crashed into the sand, throwing us both off balance. I managed to scramble away, outsmarting the pirate and leaving him trapped. I had saved the Hispaniola. Wounded but triumphant, I lowered the pirate flag and made my way back to the stockade, proud of what I had done. Captured by pirates. When I finally crept back to the stockade, I was horrified. The fort was dark and quiet. I called out, but it wasn't my friends who answered. A familiar voice called back from the darkness. "Pieces of 8?" It was Long John Silver's parrot. I had walked right into a trap. The pirates had captured the fort. Silver's hostage bargain. The pirates wanted to get rid of me, but Silver stopped them. "He's our hostage now," he declared. "The doctor will want to bargain for the boy's life." Silver was playing a clever game, trying to protect himself now that he no longer controlled the ship. My life was in his hands, and I didn't know if I could trust him. March to the treasure. With the map in hand, Silver and his pirates forced me to lead them to the spot marked with the X. They were greedy and excited, already dreaming of how they would spend the gold. I walked amongst them, a prisoner, hoping that Dr. Livesey had a plan to rescue me from this dangerous crew. The empty hole. We finally reached the spot. The pirates cheered and scrambled towards a giant tree that marked the location. But their cheers turned to cries of disbelief and anger. There was a huge, empty hole in the ground. Someone had already been there. Captain Flint's treasure was gone. The pirates were furious and turned on Silver. Ambush and rescue. Just as the pirates were about to attack Silver and me, a shot rang out from the trees. Dr. Livesey, the squire, and Ben Gunn sprang their ambush. The surprised pirates scattered and ran. Ben Gunn revealed that he had found the treasure years ago and moved it to his cave for safekeeping. We were safe, and we were rich. Homeward bound. We spent the next few days loading the immense treasure from Ben Gunn's cave onto the Hispaniola. There were gold coins, jewels, and bars of silver. With the treasure safely stowed, and the few remaining pirates left on the island, we set our sails for home, leaving Treasure Island and its dangers behind us forever. What about you? If you discovered a treasure map, would you risk danger and chase the adventure, or play it safe and stay at home? Jim made his choice. What about you? Share your answer in the comments. We'd love to know your thoughts. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more fun English lessons.